Come on. Give me a 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mid stop, mid stop.
Here we go.
Yep, here we go.
So this is our opening play.
A lot of galaxies going every which way.
Yep, Gals, Galaxies, Mozzies, the whole... Oh, not Mozzies, sorry, Valkyries going out. And you'll see that the teams, if we check the minimap, if I zoom out, we can check the minimap. We have massive forces splitting in all directions going for their objectives. Some going for the center. We also have a number... Wow, are they going for split peak, perhaps? Oh, that's interesting. And if we zoom over...
Well, the cap times have been readjusted since you last played. I gotta actually remember the whole percentage time.
Oh, Team Blue.
5 minutes if they get all caps. If they hit every point
on large
themselves.
outposts.
Yes.
It's definitely slower with the Valkyries and the Galaxies. It's a longer time to target.
Yeah, and normally by now, if you're doing a normal smash, you know, everyone would be on target already, ready. You know.
So we're over McCall Auxiliary Compound. Key thing to look at is the minimap. We see that for some reason there's a lot of... Oh, there's an anti-air nest of maxes, for burster maxes for the TR. And they're looking over McCall Auxiliary Compounds. Oh, this is cool. And it's just the Galaxy ramming war over the cap. So they're fighting for contention to grab the capture points.
And it looks like the TR hit Raven's Lane just a second earlier. About 10 seconds before the TR.
I can barely hear you, mate, on the stream because it's quite noisy, just so you're aware. So here's the capture point of the inside. The Team Red, TR Power Republic did have it, but Team Blue, Nuke Conglomerate, dropped in. And they basically re-grab the capture point. And you see that there's a 15-second timer here. Once that gets fully saved, it is 11 seconds, that'll allow the Nuke Conglomerate to attack Araxicum substation, which is massively popped, 48.96, so they're ready to flip that. Now, what is going on the rest of the map? We see that Bastion is flipping, 72% Terran Republic on Bastion. Right over on the western flank, we see a huge NC population and no TR on Soltec Gorge, so the NC are going for this neutral base at Soltec. There's no one from the TR there. The TR have dumped population on Bastion, but that's 5 minutes. Rockslide and Raven's Landing are both going through in approximately 3 minutes. Araxicum substation is now under attack, which will go there next. Wow! Split Peak Pass is going really fast. 2 minutes 30 in Split Peak? Let's go check that out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you don't pop on those bases, their timers have been reduced greatly. If you can hit like all 4 or 3 points on them.
Well, this is where their population's been dumped. Definitely on Split Peak for the Terran Republic.
Well, that gives them, you know, two lanes of access where if they force to lose Solace, they only lose 1 lattice link, where if they manage to take Split Peak, they gain 2. So it's actually a better move for them to take the Split Peak pass. And
oh, these are main battle tanks.
TR over here. Oh wait, that's... I don't see any TR over there. I see all the charges. I don't know if the TR just said, screw it, we're not going to fight at this base, and let the NC have it.
Alright, I've massively bumped up your volume, but I may be talking a lot, so...
Yeah, I know, you changed your settings from back in the day.
So the NC are going to grab... well, this is... I tell you what, the Solus is still 2 minutes. Split Peak is 1 minute 30. The TR could jump on Solus Nature and steal it in the last few seconds. There's a 20-second margin. However, they do need to do something where Araxicum substation save it. So there's 2 massive populations right next to each other. They're not actually engaging it.
Yep. Well, the TR look like they're actually managing to take the Bastion. So if they can take that, that's going to give them a great advantage over the NC. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a huge drop of NC over here.
So this is the capture point. Yeah. Looking at Araxicum substation, and that's the spawn room right there. And we'll see that it's very difficult for Team Red to get out, especially when Team Blue, you know, NC has so many units just flying around.
They have Sunnies and they have Bulldogs. They have everything just sitting here. Just as soon as they try and get out, they're just being bombed. And I see a Reaver. Should I shave this person? So,
if you're wondering what these things are, these are known as squad beacons. They allow you to spawn in directly on a drop pod on the cap point, or just on anywhere in general. I've never seen so many Valkyrie wars before. This is actually really cool.
There's actually a Reaver here.
What?
0142.
Naughty, naughty, not. Oh, I see it. Yep. Verboten Reaver. Well, we'll have someone. Oh, we don't have Fun Police, do we? In purple? Oh, we should have Fun Police in purple scythes to take care of them.
Yeah, but that We always shot at the BS when it was on the tester. It was so much fun to chat.
Alright, let's go back to what's going on. So Split Peak is going in 7 seconds.
Are not allowed. These don't...
Now the Team Blue, NC, could have stolen Split Peak in the last second. And they had a few guys, but they didn't.
Just went through where
Yep.
Solus is actually... We got 16 seconds, so that timer...
Yeah, we're wondering, can the TR get over here?
They will not be able to.
Oh, we have a main battle tank kind of duel. I like this with the lines, but no, they're not going to get here in time. All they need to drop is a couple of infantry on the point, or even a vehicle, but that's not enough.
I see about 8. No, there's about 9 maxes here with
Okay.
organs. They are just shooting everything.
So the centre's gone through. Now we see the TR's moved up to Lithcorp Central. The NC are not in the centre at all. On the western flank, NC are about to capture Soltic Charging, and they've split their force up. So they've got Parva and Soltic Charging, and the other part has gone down to Soltic Gorge, ready to flip the base. There's no TR nearby. We can see in the population controls to go back to Soltic Charging and save it, or prevent the cap. So we'll zip over there quickly.
At Raxcom substation, this point has actually come under contention now. The TR have managed to push up. They're holding this point, but it's just there's the resonates just going out constantly for both teams, just trying to keep each other up and alive.
Which base is that?
Raxcom substation. The point's actually neutral right now. They're fighting
Ooh.
for the point.
Yep, you see the forces have moved back on themselves. So let's zip over there. Speaking of which, what's happening at Bastion just before I check over? So Bastion is contested. See how there's 3 capture points. One is held by the Nuke Conglomerate, 2 of them are held by Terran Republic. And that means that this is going to be a much longer base cap than normal. But because it's a neutral base though, it will definitely go through. It's just a matter of how quickly.
Yeah, and NC managed to grab the point, but they're being pushed back off the point now, and TR actually taking the point back here at Raxcom substation. The TR managed to take control of the upper building, and the NC have unfortunately
Have the NC got spawn options? Yeah, so this is their deployed Sunder, and they've got a proxy repair Sunder nearby that's a little bit beat up. So this is what's allowing them to stay in the fight with the spawn logistics. In terms of the actual fight, it's a big infantry fight between the defenders and the attackers, but the important thing is the defenders have the capture point, which means in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, it will allow them to attack Mikhail Auxiliary Compound, and that will push the flow of the fight. And then, even if the NC caught a Raxcom substation and moved on, they can be counter-attacked by Split Peak, because there's now an adjacent line. Ooh, the Ascent's now flipping, very low numbers, to be expected. Lithcorp is going as well, low numbers. Bastion has gone up to 96 plus on both sides. And ooh, check it out, Zealous Northgate is also flipping as well, so there's a lot of combat to try and cover.
So if the NC can manage to do this, if they can take Raxcom substation and take the biolab, they actually cut out West Air Dock and Split Peak from
Take the biolab?
direct fawn.
Biolabs are absolute grind centers. You really think they could pull that off?
Well, they're NC, so they can use their Havocs. Oh no, because they can't have it IA.
There's no anti-infantry
yeah,
maxes.
so that actually limits the NC.
So
well,
there's nobody spawning in the spawn room of this tower, so that neither have to deal with the defender advantage. So both teams need to have spawn logistics, which is squad beacons, or Valkyrie spawn-ins, because you can squad spawn, or spawn Sunders, which is what we see. So we see that obviously NC have the north side, and we can also have stealth Sunders as well. So I think there's a stealth Sunder, and they're all spawning from it somewhere. I don't want to give it away.
Well, here at the Ascent, you know, it doesn't matter, like you were saying earlier. They can wait till 30 seconds before the cap point and then drop forces here and take
Bastion is all about the last stop. Because it's a neutral base, i.e. third faction, you can just drop in at the last second. Look, that was an NC drop. They just did a double Valkyrie drop on Charlie. That's 10 people just moving in.
Hopefully they can...
Oh, but the TR engineer put down a blocking wall, so they have to kind of bunny hop to get in, and they're right in front of Prowlers, pounding them away as well. That's not going to go well.
No, I see no NC by Charlie Point. If there's... Oh, actually...
There's a big cluster fight going on. These are healing grenades and res grenades going on, and a lot of spam.
Oh, I see them now. Yeah, they've got the point. If they can hold this point...
Well, yeah, but it's not close enough, I reckon, because it's still a slow 1 minute.
Well, that point is in neutral status, so yeah.
Yeah, so realistically, a drop should have been done. It's a minute 90 seconds of this fighting. It's not going to go anywhere. You need to do it on like the 20-second marker. You need like a huge drop in the 20 seconds.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another group coming in for the alpha point. They're just trying to pull all of the
TR's attention elsewhere. Yeah, but the TR is aware of this as well, what's going on. Now, in the center, the NC have now moved over the Ascent, and they've got it down to 2 minutes 30. All their population's there. TR have got 60% population on the Bastion. Zealous Northgate is balanced out. Raxicom has died off. There's no population. They've just started Macalla Auxiliary Compound, so that's flipped back. On the western flank, Soltec Gorge is still uncontested. Minimum 1 to 12 numbers, though. So it's all going on at the Bastion here with 30 seconds to go.
Well, you know, for the TR to go up there, it doesn't make sense for them to go up there till they get to the aim station. Once they get to that aim station, that's when it's going to be an easy defendable base. They have the advantage, you know, so they can
check the vehicles out. Check the minimap on a Bastion. The Terran Republic is bringing in massive multipliers. The number of Pearlers, Sunders, and vehicles, they were doing it with vehicles. NC were just doing it with drops from vehicles, so that's why the TR takes the Bastion. Right, what's next? The ascent's got to be heating up. No way you can let that go.
Northgate is actually really hot right now. There's a 96 plus at that base. I'm flying over the ascent right now, and all 3 points are on the NC. I see no TR. The only TR I see is over here by Lithcorp.
Which base is this?
They're trying to save Lithcorp.
Northgate?
The ascent.
No,
yeah, Northgate is picking up real bad.
The Lithcorp is taking the ascent. Though it's quiet, I expect the TR from Bastion just to come over here and dump. I mean, there's not enough NC to... Yeah, look at that. The numbers have already dropped 75% now for the TR on ascent. I'm going to go to...
Here we go. The TR managed to take the point back, but the NC just managed to do 2 gal drops onto the point at Northgate, and they're taking the point back. They also have quite a few Vanguards and Lightnings here.
Alright, let's go check that out.
We're going to be seeing some armor going on here soon, because they're trying to fight it out in the armor column as well.
So here we... Oh, well, we got some Prowlers, though.
Yep, I think actually the NC just Lightnings right where they're at.
If you know what a Prowler is the red Terran Republic main battle tank, and the Vanguard is the an conglomerate main battle tank. They look different, they're different characteristics.
Yep, so the Vanguard actually has more high DPS, high damage, or is more, high DPS.
Yeah, it's... Alright, so the NC are inside the cap point at Zealous Northgate. The population is the space of 57% to NC, and they got 2 minutes until the capture goes through. In terms of spawn logistics, they're really all just hemmed in on the spawn building, and they have spawn beacons. Terran Republic controls the outside of the base, which is difficult for the attackers because their logistics are going to be outside the walls, or it's going to be very difficult to keep a spawn sunder alive, so it's all going to be drop pods coming back in. The defenders have the advantage of being able to bring up their big kind of vehicles, pounding inside the doors and the windows with their main guns, and then also having a spawn sunder or heavy maxes moving in from the spawn room. But there's a lot of NC in this building, isn't there?
So the TR actually managed.
Oh, Valkyrie reinforcements! Look up. Sorry, you were saying?
The ascent is back under. Actually, the TR is taking all 3 points right now. They are taking the final point. So,
but it's 96 plus in both teams on the ascent as well.
Yeah, I don't see where... Oh, here comes the NC. They're coming in force now with Valkyries and Gal, but we gotta see if they can actually manage to take 2 points.
If the Terran Republic takes Bastion, the NC's got to take ascent, because these large 3-point bases are kind of linchpins that are much harder to take from the enemy team. Take a lot longer as well, other than just neutral bases. When they're neutral, they're easy, but when they're occupied, they're very difficult to take.
Yep, because you can't come in and steal it, but... NC's taking back A point, but they need to take another point. Hopefully they can take either this B or C.
Oh, it's 25 seconds. I'm on my way.
And we have 52 seconds left at Macalla, but we...
35 seconds. So the A side, which is inside the cave, and I'll show you this very briefly. This is what I like to call core combat, a la Planetside 1, because we have an inside cave system, which is really cool. Very limited on vehicles. I don't see many NC here to defend this A point. In fact, the TR is going to take the A point.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I don't see any NC. You know.
Have they given up the space?
Maybe they're forcing. They may have had to go. I think you know what happened. They had to go save Macalla.
Oh, TR comes in and takes. So. Where are we right now? We're currently 50-50 territory control, and that is because the NC have taken 2 of the Soltecs on the western flank, and they've also taken the bases on the eastern flank. They have, however, crucially lost the 3 main large neutral bases, Split Peak Pass, Ascent, and Bastion. What does it mean from Bastion? Well, West Foothills Airdock is under attack. Rockslide is under attack now immediately as well. If the TR takes Rockslide, it locks down their central positions, keeps it fully safe. And Macalla Auxiliary is also under attack. But this is another very interesting thing. Macalla Aux has 96 plus NC, so they are defending their base cap. That means there's 96 of the plus defenders waiting until the base is fully saved as they move on out. It means that they're not elsewhere, so the TR have redeployed, they can be more effective elsewhere in terms of population.
That cap went down to about the 42nd
Zealous
before
Northgate.
the NC pushed in.
Yeah, Northgate's through. Split Peak is being contested as well. Are they going to try and go for the Biolab? That's pretty heavy numbers there.
I mean, you know, if you look at the map, they're holding double the pop of TR at that base. So if they can keep holding double that pop, they can push somewhere else and make it worth it.
The story, however, at the moment is the fact that you can only push so far in a lane until you hit a large obstacle. So on the western flank, the NC may get Coati West Pass, then they get to Coati, which is a large base. And on the eastern flank, they've already got up to Zealous Northgate. Taking the Biolab is very difficult, it is a large base. The same can be said of Ascent, Split Peak and Bastion. There are no easy bases left for the NC to take other than pushing through the Araxicom sub-lane. However, the red team, the Terran Republic, they can just counter-push. They have the large outposts, they can push back from Coati, they're already pushing from Bastion in the center, and that's critical. The issue is, what I'm trying to say is that the Terran Republic has the advantage here. The territory control is 50-50, or 51-48, so the Terran Republic can balance very easily on small bases and then push and get a territory advantage because they have the large outposts on the bases to defend from. So it's the issue is, can the NC hold the center, stop the pushing of the TR, and can they take one of these large outposts?
The NC are currently trying to take back the point at Rockslip. The TR here in force, and they have a Cobalt Sunday, I believe. Nope, Basilisk. It's just being able to pound that point, so every time the NC are pushing towards that point, the Sunday can just hit them. It's just causing a whole bunch of issues for the NC.
And so while the NC have saved the Araxicom Network Hub, on live server you may find that teams redeploy massive population and they outpopulation 2-to-1, 3-to-1. But if you do that on a server smash, or if you do that on a community smash, right, the problem is you are then underpopped elsewhere. And if the attacking team, in this case the Terran Republic, can attack on multiple fronts at multiple locations, and they can force the cap timer down, the defenders have to jump from base to base to base, saving. They're always saving, and eventually, if you attack 4 or 5 bases, one of them will fall.
They're hitting the Biolab. They may only have 1 point in there. They're hitting Split Peak. So right now it's 2-2 for the attack versus defense. Just gotta wait and see. Maybe the TR will push and try to get Bastion. So maybe take the Bastion. Attack. Will do a great amount of damage. Actually, trying to take some of those other bases that are a little easier to take. And as I say that, there goes the flip. They're already on the points with 60%
TR's down to 60% on Rockslide. I don't think they can hold it. They've lost their multiplier Sunder that was giving them kind of vehicle support. And it looks like the NC might push, but the fact is NC has 3 minutes they need to defend this base. And they've also practically left the Araxicom and the foothills. Alright, yeah, the NC's flipping Coati. But now the next fire is happening. Coati, Macalla, Ox, and they've got population there, but they need to now save that.
Yeah, that was been going for a while. That's, you know, this base is a good one to hold because even though it's a small outpost base, it's hard to take because you don't really get a Sunday up in there very well because it's surrounded by all these mountains and the gates. So in order to get here, you basically have to come in infantry and then hack the terminal.
The TR have flacked all the air terminals at the top of Macalla Auxiliary Compound, so they've got the anti-air turrets, 4 of them. For anything that wants to fly in, that's going to be hostile. In terms of the capture point, it's heavily contested. Not flipped another way.
TR just managed to get back with 1 guy on the point, so I'm sure they'd see them again and being ready to push back in. They're just, you know, resetting and coming back in. They still have a minute that they can use to push. Yep,
yeah, I bumped up your volume a little bit again, because in combat you're very hard to hear.
That's the one thing about this game, is there's always a lot of combat, and it makes hearing people hard.
I think the TRs have got this. They've got 44% numbers, they have a Sunder in the V-Bay area. It's a multiplier area, so it allows them to fire with the main guns on the entry points. That kind of helps slightly defend the capture point. At 55% NC population, they need to get into the capture point, and they need to get it in the next 30 seconds.
Yep. But then, you know, they're pushing back to McCall tech plant, so the NC will be able to defend that tech plant and then push out as they need to. So
Maybe.
it may be just a ruse to try and keep the NC, but
You still don't want to give away bases like this.
Yeah. Well, right now, you know, we're sitting at 51% NC, 48 for the TR, so the NC are in the lead.
Yeah, but as we were saying earlier, the NC may be in the lead, but the fact is they don't have any easy bases to grab.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The TR have easy bases to go. I mean, they can take McKellar Ox compound back, but we will see. Right, so TR takes McKellar Ox. What does that mean? It means that the tech plant is now vulnerable. So TR can now go for McKellar tech plant. That's a large outpost. The rock slide is almost fully saved. Bastion is under contention. The NC want to keep Bastion in contention. As long as the fight's at Bastion, it means that Foothills Air Dock and Araxicum Network Hub are safe. The NC took Coati West Pass while we were staying here at Macalla area. The split peak has been saved again. We see that Northgate was under attack. The NC are now waiting to save, and we see that the TR are attempting to take East Hills.
So while that was going on, the the NC already has at least 2 squads here at the AM station. They're already on the point, so they're already flipping this point and making it so the NC or the TR has to come and fight them here.
We see the multiplier. When I say force multiplier, that's what the Sunder is here. There's engineers, there's a Sunder that's got heavy armor, it's got multiple guns, and oh, is that an NC infantry drop? It is on the cap. Or is that TR reinforces? No, that's definitely NC. So they Galaxy or Valkyrie drop right on top of the TR. Thing is, if they don't wipe them fully or don't get the medics, then the medics can res all the TR. The TR, I believe, have a spawn Sunder up top side. They do. Maybe? Or is it just beacons? Looks like it's just beacons. And Galaxy reinforcements. Hello, Mr. Galaxy.
So TR is actually pushing into water. They're having to defend the AM station now, where they have 65% pop, so they've drawn a huge, this little platoon, I'm going to say platoon because that's 24-48 of NC, have pushed in and are holding this point, and they're fighting off 2 platoons of, well, now it's evening out again, so
what's this?
NC
Where's
wants
this?
Quaddy Amp. The NC is
going
for
they're going for
Quaddy
Quaddy Amp station, right? We'll check that out after
5
this.
minutes. Yep.
And the NC's also needs to, well, the TR is pressuring slightly Macalla. They've got 70% NC, they should save it, but it's all about these 50-50 fights. You need to win your 50-50 fight, and you need to force the enemy to bring more than 50% population so that you can win elsewhere.
Yep. Well, NC is still hitting the Bastion. They have to be able to take the Bastion. If they can take the Bastion.
There's a TR max here using anti-infantry.
Uh-oh.
275?
275. Ooh, just got shaved. And of course,
Oh, he's got pounders. No. He's using pounders.
Pounder?
Yeah, I had a look. He's using pounders. AV
Well,
weapons are allowed, so yeah, I think they're just complaining.
Well, I mean, pounders are basically.
TR's up to
anti-infantry.
57%. If they take this, I think that split peak pass secured, and there's no other way of the NC to get it, and that allows them to push up to Anatha Biolab. They're also taking back Zealous Northgate. Right, we'll go check out Coati in a second. I don't think the NC can take this.
They're still holding the point. They have a lot of guys here. They got baby gates on most of the stairs.
All right, let's go have a look.
And they're holding it. The TR's right now trying to push in, but they're having to spam those resonates to keep their guys alive. They managed to take the point back, but
yeah,
the
the
NC
TR's came back.
just
They got vehicles, and you can squad spawn the vehicles, but you know, the TR have the capture point, and they basically got them practically wiped. I don't see how the NC can do this, and that's the problem with the base like this. There's still 5 minutes to go on this base, and you need to have like 20 Sunders, and you need to have all the points swatched.
Yeah, well, you know, they're holding 60.
6%? Yeah, they're holding pop.
Yeah, they have 60% pop, so they're holding quite a bit pop here. So they're actually being able to push other locations and save other locations, hopefully. Hopefully they can save East Hills and be able to push back in. They're pulling a lot of TR pop here, so we'll see.
Well, the NC need to cut their losses though. They realise that they can't do anything, so continuing to fight here may be a loss. Maybe they need to just pull out and go elsewhere immediately, but where do you go if you're on the western flank? Moving around the map is difficult. Like, do you go Bastion, try and contest Bastion? The NC got Rockslide saved, and they're actually trying to go for Lithcorp. That is a very interesting attempt. I'm not sure how he is this, but check that out. TR save Bastion, and then they've got hacks going on at West Foothills Air Dock and Araxicom Network Hub, so the NC need to come back and save them. Tech plant is being saved, but look at that. It's 24-48 saving the tech plant, not anywhere else. The East Hills checkpoint was saved. Aye, we left the base when they saved it.
West Air Docks may go through. Let's see if the NC can save it in this last 40 seconds, but, you know, if they manage to take Lithcorp Central, they can then push into Raven's Landing. So when they push into Raven's Landing, that cuts off the ascent, so they can't have a direct spawn to the ascent. So they will have to spend nanites to get there, and that will, you know, force them to lose.
Yeah, but even an attack on Lithcorp, Rockslide could be hacked, as you're saying, and I'm not sure that's the thing. Oh, Northgate, gonna go 20 seconds. Oh, wrong way. So the TR are taking back the small outpost, no NC, because the NC are probably fighting elsewhere, so they weren't on the biolab. The TR has to stand. They've got the spawn logistics, they've got the biolab nearby, which they can come over the drop pad. They have the cap point. There's no NC in sight. This is a TR cap, easily.
I feel bad for these four TR guys. They're here trying to defend West Air Docks because they are just getting, they're mowed down, one left, and there they go. They're all wiped out. So West Foothills has been saved according to the NC.
Okay, and TR saving Lithcorp Central. Macalla almost saved. Like, the NC would love Macalla to be saved so they can move the fight over to auxiliary compound. The East Hills checkpoint, they still need to put another win at 40 for it to then re-attack Split Peak. And ooh, Solos Nature Annex, hello there. TR have moved their own armor column up to the exposed base. So what does the NC do now in response? Do they have population nearby? They don't. We're just checking the maps. There's no population. There's still a lot of NC at East Hills. The East Hills could go to Nature. Thing is, if you leave East Hills before it's fully saved, the TR could come back and there's less time then to react the second time around, right? Kwati, not really any population, but the NC have stayed there though. Most of the pop fell back to West Pass. Maybe they're trying to rebrute it. I don't think that works. I don't think you can attack a large base when there's a defenders in place. So what you really want to do is help the two defenses, you know, beyond Bastion and help from the center. And the tech plant is pulled up again to a 96 plus. So we're going to go to the tech plant in a moment.
Yeah, I'm there now, and the NC's coming in force. They're bringing gals. They're trying to drop on the balcony and try and push back in, but the TR have this held pretty damn well. They are all over the point in the building itself.
Oh my goodness. So the NC dropped a small infantry group on the capture point at Solus Nature Annex, and sure enough, there's a minute until they get it saved, but that's a save, that's not like a steal. And the TR have hills, I guess? Well, the Prowlers are all off on the wrong spot, but the thing is the TR have lots of armor, they're just not using it. Alright, here we go. All the NC are being hunted down.
Araxicom's network hub is going to be a good fight. They got 3 minutes left there, and it's equal pop right now, so hopefully the NC, if they're good, they should be able to take this point.
But let's go to let's go to the TR and the tech plant. The TR is going to try and do a tech plant hold. They're going to go for it.
Oh yeah, I figured you'd like to watch that while I'm over here, as I'm stuck inside a.
So here we go. Terran Republic on the capture. What multipliers? What setup they got? We see they've got a lot of beacons on the leg, on the southwest side. They have the upper balcony. So this is the upper balcony, looks over the capture point. They have brought the false multiplier Sundrop, so if you are a cunning driver, you can drive one of these things up the staircase. And it's a right pain in the backside to take. We got engineers with turrets and walls, man. The fact is, the TR have been allowed to get to this base and set up. This is going to be an extremely difficult break for the new conglomerate to take back. And it's going to take a lot of population.
Right now they're out pop.
33%.
Yeah, that's... Unless they plan on losing the middle and counting on taking other bases and, you know, holding at Crux headquarters.
Well, there's a gal drop on the balcony in TR, so the new conglomerate. They dropped some NC on the balcony, but the balcony's held pretty viciously by the TR. I mean, that's where their main of their infantry force is.
Oh, and Heavy just lost a key fight here at Araxicom Network Hub, but the NC are taking the Network Hub back. There's a few TR there trying to hold the point on the outside of the point, but I don't think they'll be able to hold against this NC force. Population
is still 60-40. There's a lot of them here on the tail end of the tech plant, but again, TR owns the center. The question is, how easy can the TR force spawn in, because we see that there's no more TR beacons, so they can't squad spawn back in. So once you're dead and the medic can't get you, that's you out of the fight. On the inside, the Sunder, however, can act as a squad vehicle. So this particular squad can spawn their guys in and then get reinforcements. They can't spawn fresh maxes, however, so the NC team could do that, but there's no anti-infantry max guns. Oh, the SCU. Alright, so the SCU is known as a spawn unit. If this unit goes down, it prevents the defenders from spawning in the spawn room. So if the TR could get this, it could distract the NC. Because they're outpopped 2 to 1, they can't be everywhere at once.
1 hour remaining, 1 hour remaining.
Alright, so we're at what? 1 hour, 30 minutes into the match, and we're 50-50 right now, with it looking like it's going to go towards the TR right now, because they are still managing to take McCall Tech, and that's about the only major cap that's going on right now.
Yeah, so the NC got good pressure on the flanks. If they can hold the flanks, that's fine. They could go back and take Zealous Northgate, they could take McCall Auxiliary Compound if they can save their tech plant, and it's really important they keep their tech plant. If they lose that, they probably lose the game. The attack on Luthcorp was nice, they're trying to force the center. That's nice, but ultimately, you can't lose the tech.
Yeah, if they lose that tech plant, they lose their main battle tank, so there goes actually spawning their,
Yeah, I don't think that's a huge
Vanguards.
ultimate with the amount of air and the redeployment, but Vanguards would be nice, but yeah. It's alright, so now the spawns are dead, so the new conglomerate cannot spawn in the spawn room anymore. They have to use the Sunder for spawn logistics. Have they anticipate that? Because it means that the defenders can't redeploy in forces just from the spawn room. They need to then fly in, drop in, that type of stuff. I don't see how the NC can save this base without a massive pool, which would hurt them on other lanes around the map.
Well, actually, what's going on right now is they've dropped a huge pop. We have 2 minutes on Split Peak Pass, so maybe they're trying to give this base up and taking and
Split Peak's
cutting
being
off
saved.
that.
It's a save for TR.
No, it's not. It's going NC right now.
Split Peak. Well, and then cut. Oh, they could cut it off. If they take Split Peak, they could attack Araxicom substation, and that could cut off the territory, and then it wouldn't count.
Yep.
That's a huge gamble. The tech plant goes in 50 seconds. It's very easy to then come back to Split Peak, which is a 4-point base.
They'd have a minute to get over here, and they would just have to get a hold of 2 of these bases.
A minute in Planetside is an eternity. There's no fight. They're just giving this up.
Yeah, they've pulled off. Well, you know, the TR did pull 2 platoons, if not, yeah, at least 2 platoons to that base. So maybe they decide that those 2 platoons could be used somewhere else and be more
But
useful.
look, the population numbers are already, the TR has advantage on TR. They're 60-40 on Split Peak. The NC's going to get Solus. They have nothing on the tech plant. They're outnumbered. Where do they have population advantage? They got Araxicom Network Hub. So Araxicom Network Hub is under attack. I honestly think the TR is going to probably push away with this. It was really close in the beginning play, but the TR have gotten the major outposts, and now they're just slowly pressuring.
So what actually happened? It looks like the TR or the NC put a file back to get their galaxies to push up forward, but their galaxies came in a little bit too late to the tech plant. They were a little, you know, 5-10 seconds makes a huge difference.
Well, I just hit battle rank 11. Congrats.
Oh, congratulations! 4 more and you get that reset.
Oh, okay. So NC saved the Araxicom Network Hub, but the score is now in favor of TR, 51-48. It's still a razor close game. It's a one base flip. So the TR is already on Macalacart mining. The NC needs to show her way up the center. However, if they get 1 base, it will flip in their favor and it'll go back to 50-50. They're trying Ducati. The Bastion's 50-50 at 96+.
Honestly, right now, the best thing may be to lose Rockslide, lose McCullough, and hold at Crux, and put your forces in these 4 minutes, get your forces over the amp station, hold this amp station, and if you can take that amp station, you have 2, you know,
I don't think they'll take the amp.
lanes to push. I know, well,
we'll go
see
to
what they're planning.
I mean, they can take the extreme eastern lane, and that would tie the game. If they hold what they've got and they take the eastern lane, that would work. But Macalacart is a horrible base for the defenders because the capture point is on the other side of the road. The spawn room is across the road, as it were, and the fact is the TR are at the base, set up with logistics in place, with spawn options, with air, infantry camping the spawn room. The NC can't legitimately fight from the spawn room. That's just not going to work. They would have to go back to the previous base of, say, Crux headquarters and drive in. Or fly with lots of aircraft.
Well, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The NC have dropped 58% of the pop on Split Peak, so maybe they are trying to take the Split Peak and use it as a push.
Split Peak is 1 base though, right? And we'll go there. They would still need to take Araxicom. If they did get Araxicom, they would cut off all of this TR territory and it wouldn't count, and that would win them the game. So that is a valid tactic, but it is a big gamble when you think if they just hold their ground and take one base, you could go for it. And we've still got 50 minutes left in this battle to gamble that much that early. There's nothing saying the TR can't turn around and split peak back off you.
Yeah, oh yeah. They have to take that, but then, you know, they would also, if they pushed into West Air Dock, that would give them 2 points to the bylaw, which would be a whole bunch of use, so they need
unlike the tech punch, there are 4 capture points in the space, and they've already taken 2. The TR have already gotten Delta, which is the underground subterranean cap, which is very easy to defend, and they've done an airdrop in C. So they only realistically need to, like, it's very easy for them to fly around. Unless you have complete air control, then the defenders can just move around and kind of whack-a-mole. And because you're the attacking team, you are at a disadvantage because you need to bring spawn logistics in to allow you to spawn.
I'm at Bastion right now, and it's 54 for the TR, but I don't see the NC anywhere near this point. They don't hold a point, so the TR can just push back in and take Raxcom or West Air Docks. And they've already hit West Air Docks again.
2 minutes on split peak. That's the vehicle gens down. Macalla was saved. Araxicum is being attacked, but they've got enough numbers to save. Foothills looks like it's in good order, it's being saved. Kauai West Pass is being attacked. They'll need to save that, the NC. They really can't afford to bleed any other territory. They're doing a big push on Zealous Northgate, and they're trying to get split peak. I just don't see how they can get it.
Well, Macalla is actually in favor of the TR right now. There's like maybe 1 or 2 NC that I can see. They're like just like trying to.
TR's bring the.
See if they can get a point, but nope.
So here we see an example of force multipliers. Here's the capture point. Here's a vehicle. Put the vehicle in the capture point. Win. That's pretty much how it works. If you've got big tankiness and guns and the enemy team doesn't have a vehicle, it's very difficult for you to push them off. I honestly don't see how the TR are going to lose split peak now.
No, I don't see them losing it until they get distracted. Maybe if the NC pushes a huge amount of force into
Macalla. Yeah, so the TR left Macalla and the defenders of NC left Macalla as well. So the TR have come back to Macalla, and with 2 minutes to go, or less than 2 minutes, 90 seconds to go, what do the defenders do? The Valkyrie drop?
Looks like what they did. They're throwing resonates and trying to get on there, but the TR is just locking them up every time they try and get res.
Yeah, okay, now they're coming across the bridge. Hello. This is going to be interesting. We've got a little squad of 6 to put down the beacon down. Here we go for the capture point, boys. It's all or never.
You know, it'd be nice if we knew which outfit this was. I think this is a
they're
Chinese
vying for control. Thing is, there is a spawn sunder if you check on the minimap. That's that red thing up there to the north. So that is a hard spawn for the TR. They get maxes. And they've got 2 close air support Valkyries overhead picking off the NC, probably even also giving them like radar support, telling them where they are. So the NC's got a very hard time because they can stall the point, and okay, they have more numbers now, they're up to 63%, but that's probably come from the spawn, so we'll see.
Yeah, they have a huge amount of force coming from the spawn now, so maybe they can push in and take this point back if they can just hold it, you know, a couple of seconds.
50 seconds though. Oh, but beacons coming from the TR, their numbers are back up to 42. They only need to hold this for 39 seconds. NC's on the clock. Valkyrie overhead, I think it's just a bail drop. Yes, it is. If you're TR, you throw everyone on the point right now. It's the way the capture point works.
NC need to do the same thing. They just need to be getting bodies on that point and then get a medic to throw resonates, you know. Who cares if that guy's only
I
out for
don't
30
think
seconds.
NC's going to get this. Even with population control, the TR's got too many on the point. Plus the Valkyrie's still overhead, still giving close air support. NC's bringing up a Sunder. That's not enough. That's not going to handle it.
Nope. Oh, here comes Galaxy Drop with 8 seconds left.
Oh. NC on the point. NC on the point. The point is not enough. Not enough NC. Still more TR than NC on the point.
Well, the problem is all the NC that dropped on the point are dead. And there goes R4M, so they managed to take that point, which is a mix of...
Oh, but dude,
RE4
check the amount of population
RMS.
dump that just came in. 77%. You were 1 second too late.
Yeah,
and now,
it looks like they were already set up on Macalla too, so the tech plan.
Yeah, but the thing is, alright, so they did get the point flipped, and... Oh man, that's brutal. So they've got the point flip. However, the defenders now have defender advantage, the Terran Republic, and they have the spawn sunder. So the spawn sunder needs to be killed. Then the sunder for the NC needs to get set up, and then the NC now needs to do a full 4-minute cap. A 4-minute cap, not a 2-minute cap that the TR did.
Well, I'm over here at West Air Docks, and right now we have 30 seconds left. The TR
Zealous
are
Northgate.
putting a whole lot of forces here. The NC are still holding this point room.
Zealous Northgate, NC has it, 20 seconds to go. TR are on the roof trying to force their way in.
They're trying, but I don't know if they're going to be able to. You have a couple of Spitfires.
Oh, they're in the cap room, it's violent. 5 seconds, TR's moving up the stairs. I think the TR might just...
No, I don't think so. I keep seeing resonates going out. I think
they're on the point, but it wasn't enough, so the NC gets it.
So that's one thing, though, is even though the TR were on that point, and they managed to take that point, the or be right on it. They're taking that point now, if I'm not mistaken.
So the TR are on Kawati West Pass. There's a big population dump there. Makala is still in hands of NC, but I don't know if they can. That'll go the way. TR have got a relatively high population, attempting to take. Wait, that's a save. But okay, no, they've saved Rockslide Outlook. All right, that answers that. East Hills is now equal 50-50. I guess we need to go to watch Makala, but yeah, we'll go back to Makala, see what's going on there with that NC drop.
So just looking at the population count right now, you know, it's 390 to NC and 392 to the Terran Republic, so it's not a huge population move, you know, it's not like we're seeing, you know...
To explain what's going on at Zealous Northgate, the reason that the Terran Republic cannot flip this point because they have all this population there is because the NC have managed to get somebody into the biolab and flip a point. See this A point that's currently being contested? Once the capture points are all fully secured, so that's this A point is fully secured, that will then allow the attack to happen at the previous base. So it's a system known as leapfrogging. The NC immediately abandoned Northgate to go to the biolab and hold down the point of the biolab, because as long as they fight in the biolab and hold down this point, it means the previous base can't be captured. However, now that all 3 points are done, the TR have probably flipped Zealous Northgate point.
Nope, the NC... Oh, yep, here they go. The NC were holding that point still, but...
Now it's flipped. So now all the fighting at the biolab is mute because the NC can't flip a point at the biolab because they don't have their point at the Zealous Northgate defended. So there's a very elegant system of leapfrogging and going back and forth.
And
right.
Makala Cart is falling. You know, the TR managed to take that point back. And
so
the
that's
NC
saved?
Pushing on Lithcorp again. Yeah, it's been saved. Where the NC are pushing on Lithcorp once again, so maybe they can take that point. If they can manage to take in the center and start hurting the center bases, maybe they can push out a lot harder.
There's another attempt at Lithcorp Central, 24-48, trying to go for Lithcorp. That's interesting. It's very bold, but the problem is East Hills is 2 minutes, Kawati West Pass is 1:30. There's a lot going on. I will go check out West Pass.
And up to Kawati.
NC Lightning trying to do something. Oh, the NC are actually running across the bridge. They're right outside the spawn room. Don't know how many TR are in the building, but they're getting spammed. TR, right, however, have got Sundra support incoming on the main road, so that's a good multiplier force. Seems kind of dangerous.
So right here, Kawati West Pass, that's actually what you want, you know? The NC are holding that point against double the pop, so there's double pop of TR.
Wow, it's very impressive by the NC holding this building, but the TR have the multipliers. They have the spawn Sundra up in the hills, which is this guy down here on the bottom left of the minimap, and then we also see they've got Sundra outside spamming the building. They've got Valkyrie overhead, and they have a harasser, which is a kind of a small quad vehicle buggy unit over there. The NC, however, have defender advantage. They can spawn from the spawn room and they can run across into the spawn building, which is what they're doing, but they are still out-popped.
Oh, I like what the NC have done here. They've pushed Lithcorp, the Ascent, and Bash. They've managed to take all those bases to about... Well, Bash actually just fell back to a 5-minute cap, but it was a 3-minute cap, so the TR is going to have to redeploy in-force to the Ascent, Lithcorp, and the
Lithcorp's not going. No, it's going to be safe. So one thing I disagree with right now is the 48 to 96 population that's at Makala Cart. That is a massive amount of dead population that the TR can maximize elsewhere. Like, you've got so much population at Makala Cart, you would rather put that East Hills checkpoint and save it. If you could save East Hills checkpoint, which is what's going to go through, you only need 1 or 2 squads at Makala. You don't show your hand, this is how many people I have and this is where I'm attacking. You start it slow. You do 1, 2 squads, they start up logistics, they start up the attack, you know, they get everything in place for larger numbers, and then as the defenders start to spawn in, you call in reinforcements. You escalate the attacking force as you go on. You don't send everyone there at once, because that means you've got a huge amount of population sitting there for 4 minutes that doesn't do anything. The Terran Republic Republic is going to take East Hills checkpoint as we're looking at it for this next 5 seconds, then this entire population can redeploy and go save McKellar because the numbers are in the wrong place. They have the advantage because their cap goes through first.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see that East Hills force redeploy out to the Ascent, because we have 2 minutes and 46 seconds on the Ascent. So they are going to have to come in force to the Ascent to save it.
Yeah, I mean, the NC is trying to do center. I see the Ascent at 2 minutes 40. Kauai West Pass goes down. Zealous North is going to go down. There's still 45 minutes. They can still counter push on these vulnerable lanes. This is the new conglomerate team. But I think the Terran Republic team is just better at attacking. Like, the NC took the flanks mainly because the Terran Republic didn't fight on the flanks. They fought for the center bases. So it looked as if the numbers were even in terms of territory control, but actually, when the TR knows how to fight, they're better at repositioning the forces. So that's the feeling I get from watching it as an eye in the sky. And Zealous North is going through.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of bases, and just as I was saying, you know, the TR just showed up huge on force here to McCall, or the Ascent. It's 55% TR now. They have 2 minutes to push out and get one of these points, if they can even push out.
Yeah, the way that you take a large base is because it's so long and you have to hold all these capture points, you need to apply pressure, not just in one large base, but you need to apply pressure elsewhere. So if the TR has to bring heavy population to 50-50 or 60-40, that means they're underpopped elsewhere. So you want to pressure Bastion, you want to pressure Ascent, you want to just everywhere that you can apply numbers and then win your lane fights. That's how you take large outposts.
So right now the NC are winning the Bastion. They have pop there, so they're holding pop, but they're not really winning it greatly. But they're forcing the TR to put a lot of pop onto Lithcorp. They're over by 10%. And then we even got, they're winning against the Bastion win. 56 pop for TR, 66, so they're actually still managing to hold this base even through that pop. So if they can take this base through that pop, it's going to do a great job for them.
70-30, but it's a long cap because they don't have all the points at Bastion. And the Ascent, it's 96
they
plus
just got all 3
with
points.
56-44.
And McCall cart, it looks like it's about to
the caves lost. And McCall cart, you're saying? Oh yeah, 9 seconds. So the NC gets it back. It's a base like a doorknob. Everyone gets a turn.
Yeah, the points.
Oh wait, no.
TR right now. The NC just did a drop on point via
Did
beacons.
they reinforce at the right time? I mean, can the TR hold this? Is this the tipping point? Because losing at 10 seconds, the TR know this is critical point. Don't lose the base.
And the TR just, there's like 24 TR here. They managed to hold this point. They've actually saved the point. Now, if they decide to leave too early, though, that could cause issues.
Could, yeah. The fact is, the NC can come back if it's close, but that hurts. So the NC is reattacking East Hills. They're losing Soulless Nature and Annex again. I mean, that whole lane is flipping back and forth. Lithcorp Central, 1 minute 40. Ascent, 96 plus, stalled fight. I like what the NC is doing here, forcing a massive fight in the center, but they're losing slightly on the flanks. They need to kind of tie that down. Like, Soltec Gorge, they are out popped there, 24-48. The TR on 71%, that's going to push all the way back Soltec Charging, Deserted Mineshaft, even West Foothills Air Dock before they get stopped by the Lithcorp Secure Mine. So there's a lot of easy bases on the extreme western flank that the NC needs to kind of tie down. But let's go to Lithcorp Central and check that out. Oh, the NC did a drop. They did an infantry drop on the capture at McCall.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
But they counter-dropped though.
They're still dropping though, that's the thing. And I'm seeing Resonates coming out. They have 6, 7, 10 dead bodies here on the point, so if they can get these bodies up.
Maybe.
Yep, they've wiped the TR.
There's a few medics still running around. I think this is the population dump to flip the base. Why not? 40 seconds. It's a quick base cap.
The TR trying to hold, but I think all their medics are dead. Unless you can see something I don't see here.
No, 22 seconds. No, I'd see all dead TR. They're not here. They don't have spawn logistics. There's a Valkyrie coming in for the TR from the east.
Yeah,
did he drop?
Did not drop. No, he did not drop anyone. He's getting lit up. He's actually trying to take out this galaxy that's dropping.
Oh, okay.
He's
Just
just
5 seconds. Yeah, so the NC do take it, just with extra reinforcements. But the point is, at what cost? Where did they bring the population from? They abandoned the Ascent. They took away from the Ascent, they went Mikala. And Lithcorp, as well, is super close. Can they get these forces over to Lithcorp and maybe take this? Because, oh, 6 seconds, it's still going, it's still going!
What base?
The Lithcorp Central.
Lithcorp. Oh, did they
Oh no, the TR just dumped on the point at 2 seconds to go.
Hold on. I see 3 or 4 galaxies incoming with Valkyrie support, so maybe the NC can take this point back.
Oh, yep.
Oh,
But is this the right? No, the TR have got a huge population dump. I think they moved most of their Ascent group, maybe Bastion group, here to make a save.
I think so too, because now the Ascent has 52 seconds, so these guys have to redeploy, so we're looking at 15 seconds for that redeploy.
Pressure everywhere! On the NC, they're still dropping here, they're still keeping up the pressure. We just had a fresh drop on the backside of the Cap building. All the TR went down the stairs.
I see that. I see the NC are up here. They
got wiped.
forced the TR. Yeah, they wiped, but they forced the TR to stay here
off the Ascent.
Enough.
30 seconds. This will be a big steal. I'll be very impressed if the new conglomerate can take this. This is not easy, guys. If you're watching this, this is hard.
So what actually happened right now is the Valkyrie and the Galaxies and everything from the Lithcorp redeployed over, or flew back over to the Ascent so they could drop their guys after they died on the Ascent. So they basically just moved that pop to hold them there for a couple seconds longer.
The C's held 3 seconds. TR did it. They dropped on the C. They didn't pull it off. NC takes the base. Way to go. That's a huge take. You can't take that away from them. That puts it to 47-52. That's impressive. Can they push back at Soltech because they're making safe? Can they get Kauai West pass back? They've got Macalla. Can they repressure the Macalla tech plant so it doesn't go any further? Can they take East Hills checkpoint? That's a relatively easy base. We see that the Solus Nature Annex has been saved and they're now pushing at Zealous Northgate. That would push it back to... Well, they need 2 bases, don't they? So what do they do?
2 to 3 bases. But if they could take the tech plant, you know, that's worth more for them. That will give them a good advantage. If they can take that, and maybe if they could push in and split their forces between Lithcorp Central and Raven's Landing.
Yeah, Bastion's...
Force the TR to pick one.
So Bastion's going to be reset. I mean, the pressure on 3 bases gave them 1. That's very good by the NC. So now they're going to rebalance, and where do they go? Do they re-go to Lithcorp Central? That would be an interesting play to drop.
Well, right now, the TR have 70% pop on the Bastion, so they are forcing them to fight at the Bastion. Hopefully they can get into the tech plant, start a point on the tech plant. Even if they lose it, just hold that tech plant long enough that they can push other bases and take a few other bases from forcing the TR to fight on the tech plant. That's going to be their main thing, is they have to keep this up where they maybe attack 3 bases, lose 1 or 2 of them, but they manage to take 1 base in the
okay, so this is the stealth Sunderlet stealth. We don't see it because we're a hostile faction at Zealous Northgate. This is as close as they can get with the spawn, because bases have a no deploy field for spawn vehicles, right? So they have to then run into the capture point. Whereas the Terran Republic has a spawn building there, and they also have a spawn center here. So the actual the movement into the cap building greatly favors the defenders, and it's even populations now, so this is very difficult for the NC to take this base with 2 minutes 30 to go in Zealous Northgate. They did get rid of the Terran Republic's spawn beacons, so that's them gone. I guess we'll just see whether or not they can hold the base. What would be really great is if these vehicles here from the NC don't just sit purely on the western flank, they could go around. If they could get rid of the spawn vehicle and the spawn sunders that are outside the base, that would help them a lot, but no, the tier's up to 53% now.
So, guess what? The NC have pushed back into Lithcorp Central. They are trying for Lithcorp Central, and they've got a huge force at Raven's Landing. So I bet they're trying to just force the TR to pick one base. Whichever one the TR pick, they're going to massively redeploy to the other one, because they still have all this air up, so they can redeploy as they see fit. If they can manage to get into Raven's
2 minute
Landing.
40. The thing is, they need air control. They have the Ascent. They've got the proximity of air spawns. Different bases don't have spawn air terminals. So taking the Ascent gives them a fantastic vantage point in the center of the base to choose when they want to attack. We see 4 squads, 4 squad beacons. They have the capture point controlled. They've got the inside territory. What they really need to do is move out, control the tops, and control the air control. They need an air force here, or at least some Galaxies, some Valkyries, just making it difficult for the TR to fly in.
Alright, so here we go. The cap at Raven's Landing is about to start. They just managed to resecure the Alpha point here at the Ascent. So
oh, is that because of the Ascent? Right, they got a link now, don't they?
Yeah, so they managed to get a cap there. So now Raven's Landing will be starting to flip towards the NC. So that will be another base that the TR have to hold. So we're actually seeing a lot.
This is a radical change of tactics from New Conglomerate here. They were trying to they were fighting the Terran Republic at their own game back and forth, and they were losing. This focus on just pummeling the center it's working. I feel legitimately if they can take Lithcorp, it would work. Well, they need to save Macalla though.
Yeah, they need to say. Well, I mean, if they manage, well, honestly, if they manage to take Lithcorp and Raven's Landing and lose Macalla, I would call that a good
NC's got a Sunder on the point at Lithcorp. You can actually deploy that guy. Oh, the TR's got Maxes. Oh, is it changed?
Yeah, it's changed.
Okay, well, the fact is it's got anti-infantry guns. See these two guns here on the top? That's anti-infantry, and you know that there's a lot of engine. Oh, okay. Number of explosives too high.
Oh, so one thing that's also been added recently is repair grenades. So an engineer can throw a repair grenade and it will do repairs. So
yeah, but the TR pushes them off. Spawns are gone.
Yep, and Macalla's been saved, so they managed to save Macalla in that change. But they've
Ravens, however, is passing at the moment. But the thing is, the TR has an easy job of just flipping from one base to the next.
Yep. And the NC though can just flip over there because they have.
Oh, everyone that got wiped at Lithcorp has just spawned into Raven's Landing. The population just spiked to 70% from one base to the next. 2 minutes 70. This TR force now needs to jump from Lithcorp over to Raven's Landing. And the important thing here is NC are dictating the terms of the fight. They're dictating where they're fighting. So Bastion will be saved in a minute 10. Then they can attack. But the fact is, a small NC force is holding down. Oh, my game just froze.
Nope. They're still holding 1 point there. So they're just holding it. Hopefully the NC can save Soltec Gorge, keep that base in their favor. But if they can take Raven's Landing, that's going to be a huge thing. Because even if they can't do anything, but they can hit Arax's firearm core and force the TR to fight there, they may be able to steal Lithcorp out of that fight. They may be able to even get the Bastion or a few other bases because you don't want to lose Araxicom Fire team score because then it's an easy push for the NC to get that warp gate, and if they manage to push that warp gate, then
I just lost game sound. That's interesting. Oh crap! Oh no! I jumped at the camera. I jumped at the camera.
Did you catch it?
I got it. I was shot at. I was shot at by people, but I escaped. I don't know why my game sound has stopped, so bear with me while I check this out. We're looking at Raven's Landing here, and it is brutal. Look at all the spawn sunders, all the multipliers, because they have the vehicle power. They had it anyway. They brought in these vehicles. That means they have a ton of people. What does that give them? It gives them a chance to go Arax's Firearms Corp. They could maybe do that.
Yeah, if they go Arax's Firearm Corp and they manage to take it, that's a huge outpost. If they manage to take that, it's going to be. Those are all easy bases to push into the work gate. So
Bastion has been fully saved though with a 48-96. They forced that through. Yeah. So now that it's only small numbers, but the NC they need. Oh, Soltec Gorge just got saved at 10 seconds to go.
Yep, and West. Yeah, so now the NC have to play defensive and they have to save Araxicom and West Foothills. Maybe while they're saving those, Split Peak Pass. Split Peak Pass is going through right now. The NC are trying to start a cap on that as well. So maybe the NC can push in and take it. They only need 1 or 2 bases again, and they can take the space. But it looks like Raven's Landing is going to be falling. The NC have swarmed this base.
Yeah, it looks like the NC have saved Soltec. Oh, Raven's Landing. Just got TR Zerged, as you're saying.
Macalla's going to be saved, so if we're lucky, maybe the NC are already set up.
Where the heck is Crux?
Crux?
Somebody's saying Crux. I don't know. Anyway.
I don't see Crux. Crux
never mind.
Headquarters.
Yep.
Yeah, Raven's Landing's getting hit now, and same with the Ascent, so they're going to have to save both those bases. But the NC have 3 minutes for a Split Peak Pass if they can hold all 4 points. If not, maybe they can get on this point at Macalla Tech and take Macalla Tech and start the cap here. Force the TR to pick a base. And, even if the NC are only using 1 or 2 galaxies to get to these points, every time the NC or the TR are saving a base, they're pulling 1 or 2 maxes, so they are costing them nanites in the long run because they are forcing them to pull more vehicles.
Yeah, so the TR, they've saved Ravens. Fixed the sound issue. Sorry about that, guys. It must have just went back to 0 there. Oh, man. Dude, that is something to behold. And the Araxicum, Rock Slide, Ascent, Macalla Cart, all under attack in the center. So the TR dictating the flow of the fight.
Yep. And looks like the NC have stalled out over here at Split Peak. I'm going over there now. But if they could take Split Peak, that would be another huge base that would great.
I'm going to go to Araxicum Network Hub because that seems quite high numbers.
So the NC or the TR have 2 Sundays here. 2 repair Sundays, it looks like. Nope, 2 blockade.
There's no
And they're just sitting here. They're holding down this point on the way to A, so the NC can no longer push towards a good base.
Oh man, the Terran Republic has a lot of multipliers outside the base, but as far as inside goes, it's just raw infantry from the spawn room.
It's hard to get into that. That base is pretty much an infantry-only fight. Your tanks aren't going to do much good at spamming a point or the...
Yeah, when you're attacking a base and you've been committed, you've been told, I want you to attack this base, it all comes down to, you're going to get the 2 minutes, first 2 minutes fairly easy. You're going to get those 2 for free. It's the last 2 minutes that you're going to get dumped on. What do you do then? How are you going to get a game plan?
30 minutes remaining. 30 minutes remaining.
Alright, so we got 30 minutes remaining. What are you thinking, Fara? Who do you think is going to take this out at the end?
TR's got the advantage of one base lead at the moment, right? I still think the TR is going to have this. However, if NC gets Northgate and they get Quatty Pass, that's how they win this game. If they save everything, they need to save Rock Slide, right? They need to hold what they've got, and they can take small outposts, and then that's enough. That is enough to win the game. They need to save Macalla. Cart mining, they need to be on the attacking foot, and then by attacking these big outposts in the center, they definitely got the TR in the back foot, and the Raven's Landing's going again. That can work as well. They need to save Ascent, they need to get Raven's Landing, they need 2 bases to win the game, they need 1 base to make it, I believe, a tie.
The NC needs to get back here and resecure Rock Slide, because if they lose Rock Slide, they lose the Ascent, so there
but
goes
check the
that
NC
base.
population, it's a massive dump coming from the spawn room.
Yeah, but I'm here now, and they haven't even pushed up to the building.
Yeah, but it's a minute 40 though. I mean, no, they are swarming. It is a Zerg.
Yeah, see, I see the TR, you see the NC, they have the game this program, so the TR holding this building a huge amount, but I see what you're saying.
But somebody needs to grow up here and say, go, now. Because it's 50-50 populations.
Yep, so if they manage to save this base, that's great for them in the long term, because they've managed to save the base at, what, 50-50?
Oh, smoke grenades, this is the push, here they go.
Yep, the TR's somewhere, and they are pushing back in, but...
Pushing on the rocks, top side, avoiding the TR that is beneath them on the capture point. One big EMP grenade gets rid of all the spawn beacons. TR still holding vehemently on the other side of the bridge, but the NC grabs the capture point, and that's what's most important. Still roughly 50-50 populations.
Yep, and right now the Ascent is 2 points for the NC, so the NC have managed to save the Ascent too in this push, because, you know, they just dropped a small force here just to hold this base, basically, while the main force pushed out to Rock Slide and managed to resecure Rock Slide.
Raven's Landing is a minute 30.
We have a minute 30 on Northgate as well, and 7 minutes on Split Peak, so they're forcing people to come to Split Peak to fight you there, because if they manage to get all those points again, we're back down to a 2 minute time.
I think NC saves Rock Slide. Let's go check over Ravens.
You mean TR?
Yeah. So the NC have saved. Oh, TR, they've got Ravens, have they? Looks like they've taken it back.
Yep,
okay.
but here comes the NC pushing in. Maybe the NC can get some resonades and get that point back.
No, they lost their spawn Sunder.
Nope. Well, they're still getting that point back.
Yeah, but it's 2 minutes, so there's no spawn, there's no logistics. They won't be able to maintain this fight.
No, they still have 2 Sundays here, nearby.
At Raven's Landing, that spawn options?
At Raven's Landing, yep.
Alright.
One by the air pad and one on the other side. The second one's going down now, but that third one is still there. But they're still holding that points.
No, they don't have the numbers. The TR's got the advantage here. Yeah, and they got the 6% population.
Yeah, well, they've managed to draw 4% more of the TR pop here since this fight started.
Right, so let's have a general overview of the map. TR is currently at 52% territory control. Crux headquarters is being attacked. That's annoying. Macalla Cart is... They need to save Crux, they need to re-attack Macalla. Split Peak is being harassed. Northgate's going to go through in 27 seconds. Soltech Gorge is being attacked by the TR. That needs to be saved. We'll go again over to Zealous North.
Nope, I'm over here now, and I don't...
Oh.
Okay, the TR have the roof.
The roof,
no,
yeah.
No, the TR don't even have the roof control, really. They just have the balcony controlled.
Yeah, oh, 9 seconds though. I think they've stalled it. I think it's enough. The 50% population, I don't think the NC are the right place. Res grenades matter. Oh man, this is brutal. I see a more NC than I do TR though. It's waves of reses.
I see a ton of TR here, but I see a lot more NC now than TR. And the NC have gotten the point back.
Yeah, they got the point. They had the balcony stairs going up to the roof. That gave them a vantage point, because when you res, it's chaotic for the first split second. Here we go, 3 seconds.
And there it goes.
Alright.
Now the question is, hey, their name is Mile. Now, did the NC get a person up here soon enough so that they can start a back cap already on the
Do they have someone in the biolab to lock the space down out?
No, it doesn't look like it right now, but we'll see.
Soltech was saved. Crux is... Wow, Crux is up to 96 plus. Let's go check that one out.
Yep, and now there's an NC guy. He's moving in here trying to hit these points. So even if he just hits those points a little bit, he's going to save. But Crux needs to be saved.
TR has brought, I mean, a whole mechanized armor force to Crux headquarters, which is what you need to do to take it.
Yep.
And without a tech plant, it means they have prowlers, they have main battle tanks, the NC don't. They don't have vanguards to contest. But you do have a lot of rockets, missiles, that type of stuff.
And you also have harassers, which on a base like this, harassers will do a lot of damage. Because they can easily get in and out of this center area, so you can't actually hit them very well.
The NC have the spawn room, which is over here at Crux headquarters, but the 3 capture points, see the spawn room's on the bottom right, but the 3 capture points, A, B, and C, they're difficult to get to. And we see that the NC are running out of the spawn room, and they have Charlie, and they're running up the hill to get into Bravo, and that's harder for the Terran Republic to bring like vehicles to stall that. And it's a 50-50 fight. They should be able to brute force their way into the cap building at B, but it looks vicious.
I think you may want to go over to Soltech Garage on the west end. We have a minute left on that cap over there, and it looks to be a huge fight here. I'm pulling up now, but you know, game loading.
Alright.
The TR have a huge pop here. The NC are trying to push it, but okay, there we go. Now my comment finally loaded. The NC are trying to push it. They have 30 seconds to save the space, but I don't know if they'll actually be able to get it. The TR are holding down the point very, very well. And here comes the NC Sunday with some Cobalts pushing up to the point, so maybe that NC Sunday can do some damage and take out this enemy, the enemy force that's here. And in come the resonates, those will be key.
My chat button is not working. I can't freaking type observer.
Oh. Where are you hiding at?
Why is my chat not working?
Hit escape.
I can't get back into my observer camera. Help. Help. I'm hiding at the cap point. I'm at B at Crux headquarters.
I don't know what you want me to do minus kill you.
Oh, we're fine. I went into infiltrator mode. I jumped at the camera because there's so much smoke, so I could use the infrared scope on the crossbow to see what was going on. And then I just was like, all right, they're losing now. I need to hide. Okay, we're moving back. So the NC's counter gal dropping on C. They're going to take that. What was happening over on the west end edge?
Soltech Garage actually, the TR were able to save that point, but the NC are flooding back in here now, so they're trying to take this point back. They were right at the point when it lost. So now they're putting in 62% because that TR force said we don't need to be here for another 4 minutes. We can come back in 2 minutes. So now what's going to happen? 49 seconds at Raven's Landing. So maybe the NC can take that base. Maybe they can. Yeah, that's actually huge. I mean, the Crux, the TR is trying to do the same thing that will happen at Ascent at Crux, because Crux is an easier base to take. It's flat, it's low lying, it's easy for vehicles to spam it. If you take Raven's Landing is difficult because you can spam it from firearms, and that's what we see. Galaxy's incoming, dropping straight on the capture point. 24 seconds though. This is close. If you're NC, you scream for reinforcements. This is a big base to take. Now the thing is, are the NC strong enough on that point though that even if
they're all dead? It's all resonating.
Yep.
Yeah, they're strong enough.
They're still
10 seconds. They're on the staircase. They're at the capture point. TR on the point. They're flipping at 9.
Yep. No, but I see a lot of NC still alive shooting. I don't see.
They're running up from behind. Maybe no. There's more TR on the point than there are NC.
Oh, there's a ton of dead NC on this point. I see a ton of them.
Yeah, and the resonates only capped so many people.
But that, you know, that's still a huge amount of force there. Well, actually, it's about even how big they hold here. I've seen quite a few team kills from this TR force, so.
There's so many things in front of you. Team kills are kind of inevitable.
Yeah, well, hopefully no one gets weapon locks, because that would be horrible to have. Because that even stops you from pulling vehicles. No, you can't pull any vehicles anymore.
Split peak. Oh, hello. I've got the annoying shield warning. Hold on, let me go fix my shield warning bug.
What are you talking about? There's no bugs in this game. There are only features. Northgate's about to fall. 40 seconds left. Maybe the NC can get over there and save that base. They need to. They're down. But, you know, from the way it looked like at the start of this game, it looked like the TR would run away with it. But the NC have actually been able to hold their own for most of this fights.
It's 96 plus again at split peak. I just don't see how that's going to work. And Zealous Northgate is flipping back again.
Yep, I'm here now, and
you gotta time your attacks.
There's not a whole bunch of TR here. If the NC managed to drop here, they could probably take this base back. But I don't see them bringing anyone in to save this because they want split peak. They're willing to sacrifice Northgate for split peak.
Soltech Gorge, NC's attacking off the TR. They have Spawn Sunders on the building. They've also got Valkyrie for reinforcements. They've got Spawn Sunder slightly further back. TR's on the other side of the ridge line. TR's got 2 minutes. Oh, they got somebody on the point. No, that was just an infiltrator being harassment, so the point's now safe for NC. 2 minutes to go though. Still a long time. Very easy to get reinforcements from both sides.
Yep, and the NC have dropped 2 platoons. They need to bring
Rock Slide.
Rock Slide.
Yeah, you take Rock Slide. The TR takes Rock Slide, it cuts off the ascent. That's also another instant win for the Terran Republic team that I guess we maybe haven't covered particularly well as well.
Yeah, but it's going back in the favor of the NC, so it's been saved by the NC. They dropped 60% pop there to save it, so that's going to be going through now. Raven's Landing. The TR still have at least a platoon at Raven's Landing to make sure
they need to save it, yeah. So that means they're probably not elsewhere. Split Peak, I don't see the value of 96 plus at Split Peak. I don't.
They're basically just holding an equal pop here. So they're managing to hold equal pop here, and the TR is actually having to draw out more force multipliers, so they're actually causing more...
Yeah, so the NC is actually reinforcing Soltech. It's now like 96 or something. They'll probably get this in 60 seconds. And that will again bring it back to, what, a 2-base flip? It's...
Yeah.
The thing is, they need to save Nature Annex, and then they need to go for Zealous Northgate again. That'll take it to a 1-base again, and then that's where it comes down to Lithcorp Central, Raven Landing, maybe pushing Coati West Pass. There are options, but it's difficult for NC. TR has lots of options. They need to resist the pressure from New Conglomerate, and then they can push out again from Bastion, or they can push into Rock Slide, you know, and cut off the ascent, that type of stuff. Oh, Galaxy drop infantry right outside the capture point, 24 seconds to go. TR's right here.
What happened? The NC took their pop off Soltech because they thought that it was a secure.
And TR, well, they still have 2-to-1 numbers, but the TR dropped right on the point. We see an NC Sunder outside trying to shoot at on the minimap, but the TR's bunny hopping. They can't get over the.
Your map hasn't updated yet. It's actually 2-1 for the TR.
Oh, there it is now, just updated. But the 1 second. No, they get it. They get it. On 1 second, it flipped. It was stuttering for a split second on like 1 second, but no, NC gets it. So kudos there.
I believe the NC are already at West Pass. Maybe they've got one guy here.
But TR, they've saved Bastion, and now they're doing West Foothills, and they're also doing Araxical Network Hub. The Ascent will be saved in 20 seconds. That'll open up Raven's Landing and Lithcorp. You see this population of Ravens waiting for the Ascent save, but it's this TR stopping it from happening. Rock Slide's gonna be saved? Yes, so Lithcorp could theoretically go. Split Peak saved. I don't see why the NC's there. It's 2 minutes until it's fully saved. They could just leave the pop, maybe go elsewhere. Like
they're holding 1 point there, so they're actually slowing it down.
Yeah, but look at Crux. Crux needs to be saved.
Yep, the NC are pushing in a huge force to that Bravo point, but the TR know that this is going to be where the NC have to push in to hold, so they have a huge amount of forces here. Hopefully the NC can push in and take this point at Bravo. I see some force multipliers over at Charlie Point, but I don't see any NC. Now, that could be just, you know, due to my...
They have someone Bravo on the building, yeah, from both sides. I think they're going to try and push in again. There's not that many TR at Bravo, and the NC can use the spawn room, but again, 3 capture points, 3 minutes to go. You just pressure Crux, and if the enemy overpopulates, you pressure elsewhere. And then you come back before the base is fully saved, and you can attack again. Because look, Foothills, They're outnumbering them 3-1. That's the NC's now got overpopulation. But they're underpopped at Raxicom. They're equal pop at Crux.
Yep, and they've already started a cap at Quadi, so this force that was at Soltec, I don't know where they went, but Quadi, if they can take Quadi, save the bases they're currently intact.
They left Split Peak, that's why they have temporary advantage. So the Terran Republic is going to save Split Peak, and then about 50 seconds, if not less, their population can go elsewhere. But, still all 3 capture points at Crux.
Yep, but I won't be surprised if we see some galaxies incoming. We see a few galaxies incoming, just dropping on the point. Yeah, we got a few guys incoming, but I don't see a huge amount of force. I don't see populace. They overdropped on West Foothills. They need to bring that force.
15 minutes. 15 minutes.
Okay, so we're getting to the critical time where the NC is going to probably save Crux here, but as we come down to the end of this match, certain bases will not be able to be contestable. Like if the game clock is 6 minutes left and a base takes 7 minutes to capture, they're obviously not going to be flipped. Oh, a Raxicom sub with a minute 25. Let's go check that out. So basically, you'll find that the number of bases that are under contention will reduce as the game clock comes to an end. New Conglomerate, still a close game, but they need to at least get a 2-base flip. It's possible, but the TR is going to know that, and it's going to be much easier to defend.
The TR brought a platoon to Quadi West to save Quadi West, so they've got 40 seconds there that they're sitting there, so that's a platoon out of the fight where elsewhere.
Yeah, but the real thing is Raxicom Network Hub. NC can't afford to lose this, not this late into the game.
No, they cannot, and they're under pop there. Hopefully they can get some guys.
TR smells blood. If you can dump population here, this is it.
Yep. But the question is, will they lose it while they take that base? But it doesn't look like the NC are actually pushing it. They're all on defensive right now, which sucks.
30 seconds. NC's been after this base all time. Is this the time that TR finally takes it? I mean, TR had a harasser outside the doors. I mean, how do you run into a door like that? If you're TR and you're Daka, you just hold the fire button on the door and that's it. There's no way that you can get in.
Yeah, but Daka doesn't.
No, 10 seconds. I don't see how the NC can get into the capture building. They don't have the population. I think TR's got this in 4 seconds. There's nobody on the point. You'd have to... Nah, it's not going to happen. TR takes it.
There's
That's probably the death knell here. Terran Republic's probably going to win this because that pushes them up. NC would have to take that back. They're still trying to save Crux. East Hills they need to save. Soulless Nature isn't fully saved yet, so they can't go back to Zealous Northgate.
They're actually hitting Lithcorp
and Ravens Landing uncontested. Okay, it's risky. What do? How do you win this game? You can't cut off at firearms because it's still a link from Zealous Bile. You can't get Split Peak and cut off that direction. You get 2 territories that might flip the center quickly, but then you can't go anywhere because you're into Bastion, you're into Iraxis Farms. They need to save Soltec and maybe go for Coati to get an easy base, or take a Raxicom Network Hub back. All things are quite difficult.
Or even Northgate. Northgate, if they could take Northgate back as well, that would be a great boost for them. They need to take these 2 bases, secure, and then take 1 or 2 more bases, and it would be great for them. But, you know, we gotta wait and see what happens. But I think that...
Ravens is 50-50, possibly more TR. I don't see the NC... Oh no, the NC have got a spawn sunder at the ammo tower. They do have logistics, they do have beacons. Minute 30 to go.
Minute 30 over here at Lithcorp, and the TR pushing towards the point. They're on the roof of the point, but you know, at this base that really doesn't matter.
No, they got Sunder. Check it out. They got a Sunder on the top side, on the going down to anti-infantry with engineer turret. Nah, there's no way the NC is going to take this. I reckon. Not with that Sunder creeping up with the double kobolds.
I don't see the TR Sunday.
Lithcorp Central on the cap point.
Now, yep.
It's like a giant bus on the point.
Oh, that's what that is?
Yeah.
Yep, but now all that population can just push straight over to Ravens Landing for the NC. And
so can the TR though. So 60 seconds?
Yep, but the question is TR.
How long does it take to redeploy, spawn in, run in?
That's 15 seconds minimum for the redeploy time for the TR. Now the question is, can they get their forces over there fast enough? And on
40 seconds is a long time. See the spot, they're already coming in from the spawn. I can watch that on the minimap. They're bringing to trail in.
Oh, the NC are bringing in a huge amount of force. There goes their Sunday though, so they just lost their Sunday. They've got about a squad or two.
Hold for 25. You hold your consumables, you hold your grenades, you hold your C4 for the 30-second marker. When it hits 30 seconds to 20 seconds, you throw everything you have. You block that doorway, you just lob it all. You don't use it before that, because in all base captures it comes down to the last 20 seconds, and we see it now.
Seconds.
Here comes the TR up the stairs. They're on the point, but is it enough? No, INC has it.
Have it.
Wow. Both stabbing deep into each other's territory. I mean, just look at the map. Did you expect it to be like this? It's like a yin-yang in the center. But Crux, if Crux falls, and the TR knows this, it will cut off all of this territory, and that's it. So NC must defend Crux. It is critical to this game for them. There's no other option.
Yeah, they have to defend Crux, and with what, 10 minutes about remaining?
10 minutes remaining, 10 minutes.
There we go, 10 minutes remaining, you know. So now we're getting into this point where a few bases are going to be out contention, but the only bases really out contention would be an amp station and a tech plant. So
well, there's 7, so soon. It's very, very soon. Right, while Crux is heating up, I don't see how the NC can do this, because the TR knows you can only spawn in from the spawn room if you want to get here quickly. If you want vehicles, it's going to take time. You have to go back to a previous base and drive up, but Crux is where you spawn. Plus, they don't have the tech plant right now. Look at all these heavy battle tanks that are on the minimap. Terran Republic has got all the power.
And the NC just lost Heartbreak Ridge, so East Hills has just fallen to the TR, so there goes another base. So we can honestly say this was a close contention to the last 10 minutes, and it looks like in this last 10 minutes the NC have just given up, and the TR just
they tried the center. No, they took back the ascent, they got Ravens, they threatened Lithcorp, they did do a big gamble and a push, but yeah, as you say, it's not a big defeat. This is like a push on the enemy warp gate. It's close. It is a brutal fight, but I think the TR, whether you can argue the north or south had the better advantages, they were able to take critically at the beginning of the game the major outposts, limiting how much the NC could push south.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is we talk like 10 minutes, you know, that seems like a long time. In a game like this, 10 minutes, and what are they at? Like 53-46 with 10 minutes left, even if they lose Crux. You know, this is killing
they
the
got
NC
themselves right A. They did a spawn drop on A, and the infantry's pushing up. Wow, that's
and
like a lot of people, and there's a huge numbers heading towards B, so you know the NC is aware this base must not fall.
Well, you know, you gotta talk about the morale of the NC right now. They've been holding on.
Oh, dude, orders just came in from TR, all on Crux.
Oh, hopefully the NC are doing the same thing, because that's going to be the
deciding
factor.
I don't want to have another, whatever it was called, Matheson, Waterson, all on one base. Please no.
No, that wasn't. That was a.
That was Murder Smash. Everyone on one base. No, thank you.
Oh, it was also Connery versus Miller when we had Heartbreak Ridge over there, East Hills, when it was literally everyone was a medic just throwing resonates at the point. Yeah, you were around for that one. I was actually playing that match. That was a
so NC. So they have what's known as a teleporter room. This building here is a teleporter, so you can jump from the spawn room. It makes it harder for the attackers to camp one building. NC massive numbers on Bravo. Alpha has been lost, so they're still losing the base, but it's like 80 seconds. The NC needs to spread out and grab another point. Air control is mostly in the Terran Republic's favor. With Valkyries and yes, it's all in the Terran Republic's favor, and they've got close air support Valkyries, and they have the spawn options to redeploy as they need on the balconies at B. I mean, this building is going to be murder in here.
Yeah, yeah, and the NC are here. I think what's happened is most of the NC have given up. Unfortunately, just you got 7 minutes left. You know it's lost. It's a lost game.
Oh, 10 seconds. They lost the B cap. All the reinforcements. I think the entire TR pop just came here, though. They're brute forcing this. This is the death blow. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and game over. There's going to be a huge population drop. That's 3 cutoff bases. Now, a cutoff base means that you cannot redeploy in. You have to fly in. And since most of the NC tactics have been to redeploy and spawn in the base, it means it's going to be incredibly difficult for them to get to Ravens, Ascend, and Rock Slide. So you may see that in the remaining, 6 minutes? Ascent won't go through.
The ascent can go through.
Oh, is it 5 minutes? Did they get all 3 points? Okay.
If they get all 3 points, they can do it.
Ravens and Rockslide can still go through. We're getting close to the point where it's not possible. NC's trying to take Coati West. They're trying to take Zealous North. Crux was just an insane dump of population. And East Hills is NC's going for that as well.
Yeah, we're talking about how it looks on the map. You just gotta feel how that foot soldier feels right now.
To play on the ground, this is the problem when you dump 400 on 400, right? And you tell everyone, I want you to go to Crux headquarters. There's only one thing that's going to happen, and that is insta-death lag grenade. As no game can handle 800, units and clients in one particular area. It's just what multipliers can I have, and how much can I hold down the fire button on that door. However, if you diversify over the map, you can spread out. Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
Yeah, and it's what other games can do that though? When you talk about it, what other games can you put one map, basically one map of Battlefield, put 500 people on it?
5 minutes.
Well, none. I mean, there's a reason why Planetside 2 has the world record for most number of people in a battle. And this isn't like some web browser cheap gimmick that took the record off of Planetside 1. No, it's a legitimate game that you can go in and play right now on 3 factions, and you can have massive fights that are not like this crazy, multiple hundreds, or this organized, but you can enjoy,
And not only that, the community will, if you have a question, you can go on the subreddit, you can message someone in game. The community is all willing to help you. We understand that we were all new at one time.
What's happening? Still there?
Yeah, I'm here. You there?
I think
Can you hear me?
Planetside 2 client just crashed. Lol, 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 lol.
See, you haven't played enough, so it's set. Rel just disconnected you.
Sure. Well, Mike,
you
why don't you do
internet
radio commentary? Do some internet commentary for me, right?
Yeah, no thanks.
Oh my god,
I'm not you.
I don't have, no, you comment the game, I'll roll it back up, okay?
Well, we got Coati. So the NC are still pushing, however. They have a minute 45 on Coati West. They have 2 minutes on Raxacom. They are holding Raven's Landing. They're holding the Ascent, and they're holding Rockslide. They tried to push back into check East Hills, but I gotta say, for the soldiers on the ground, I'm sure this is being hard, but the NC are not giving up. They're holding off against Valk drops here, Black Shard Tungsten Mine, so they're holding off against the NC, the TR. Even though this battle may be lost for them in the long run, the NC are refusing to make it a complete wipe. They are forcing the TR for every foot and gain. And West Foothills Air Dock just fell to the TR, and let's go. I'm going over there. Look, the NC are on the point, but I don't think they have a connection point because. Yep, Deserted Mineshaft has already gotten the cap going
3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes.
Yeah, there'll be certain bases that can't go because everything's sub 4 minutes. There's only bases that are under contention can actually be under contention. So we'll get back into this as soon as we possibly can, and then we'll see what's going on.
The bases that are able for contention right now, according to what I can see, Northgate possibly. Actually, Arax's Firearm Corps is under contention. There's 2 minutes and 40 seconds on that cap. We have Araxacom Substation. Could be under contention if the NC get there and save that base. A Coati could be saved. A Coati West Pass could be saved.
Alright, we're back.
So if you just take a look at them, I mean...
Firearms, yeah, that does nothing. That's just a fun cap. Ravens is going to... Right, so in the time that we've got, 2 minutes and 18, Ravens will not go through. Rockslide will go through. The Ascent will not go through. Zealous Northgate isn't going anywhere. West Pass is going to be saved. That can't happen. Foothills won't go through. Network Hub is being saved. The only base that matters at the moment is Raven's Landing, and then that's it. And Raven's Landing won't matter anymore because it's past the 2 minute marker and it's being saved. Rockslide will go through, so Rockslide is the only base that can be captured right now.
Maybe Raven's Landing will be under contention, possibly by a second or two, because you know that clock is dependent on how many people are at that point. So if they ran away from that point.
No, as it stands, the way that the NC can move around, Ravens is the only base that can now legitimately go through in the game time available at 4 seconds.
Rockslide, you mean?
You've Rockslide, yeah, but the problem is that the NC can't spawn in here. They have to fly here. So TR is aware this is the only base that's going to happen, so we'll just dump everyone here. And that's the logical thing to do as an NC.
Yep.
FC,
well,
sorry.
they actually dropped quite a few people at Arax's Firearm Corps, just to give it to them. This map was close until the last 10 minutes, and once that 10-minute mark hit and they lost one base,
well,
that's when
the opening plan is interesting. Like the TR played for the 3 large outposts, and they allowed the flanks to suffer. So the issue after that is, what can the NC do? And they did take the center, but it left them exposed. Because they weren't able to stop their Axicom and they got pushed through the Crux. Allowing to be pushed through the Macalla tech plant, that was a big bad play.
Yeah, that if they would have held the tech plant, that could have changed the entire gameplay, and they may have actually won if they could hold that tech plant, because that's a huge defensible point and easy to defend at times, or hard to defend depending on how you look at it.
30 seconds.
But
this
instead
is
of having
victory dance time.
Instead of worrying about a 4-minute cap time, you had a 7-minute cap time, so you didn't have to worry about a little small, 4 minutes. 7 minutes to 4 minutes is a huge time in this game, especially in a match like this. We talk about an hour and a half, and a lot of people think that seems like a long time, but when you're on the ground, it's not long at all.
6,
Galaxy trying to ram each other over at Rax's farms. And that's it, end of match.
End of match.
I hope the referee freezes the content for us.
That would be Reltor, so hopefully he did it.
Go tell him. Cool.
Yeah,
so,
he just reconnected to TeamSpeak.
So he's going to have to freeze it. So as of right now, the score is 39 to 58. That's because of the cut-off temporary. But the map hasn't been frozen yet, so we'll just pretend that's it. There we go. Now it's been frozen. Now we've frozen all the capture points. There you go. So.
All Force Commanders, please join the mainstream channel. Please.
What?
All FCs join the mainstream.
We're doing an interview?
channel.
I didn't sign up to do an interview. We're in the mainstream channel. We're not the mainstream. Why are we doing an interview? Oh, okay. So, tell me, how did you feel about getting ganked? Well, yeah, I guess it was fully died for this.
Guess what? You signed up.
I didn't sign up anything. I was asked yesterday. That was fun. That was very enjoyable. This is the first stream I have done for Planetside in probably over a year now, and that was enjoyable to watch. It was a close run affair right up to the very end. I still feel the TR was the dominant team. The NC were the underdogs. But they did well. Like, the fact is, they were on the back foot the whole time. They were playing mostly on redeploy side. It wasn't a lot of logistics. But the punch in the center that took up to Raven's Landing was very impressive. If they could have just held a harassment at Bastion, not lost it there, and held the fight at Macalla or Macalla Auxiliary, this would have been a completely different fight. It could have been a tie. But in the end, it was brutal. That's for sure.
So they all actually went to room 2. So they actually didn't come join you.
All right, that's fair enough. They can. Shall we go in and listen?
Sure, why not?
Lost.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was
Shh, we're just gonna listen.
Yes, it was. It's very well played. So basically, those that missed the message, the fight is now over. It's a victory for TR, 38 to 57 for TR and NC. It's a very good fight, very entertaining. Now we're going to be having a small debrief and question time with the Force Commanders, asking questions and then getting them to answer them. So to basically fill in why they made the decisions and what made them make those decisions. So hopefully you guys stay around. If you haven't, if you're not staying around, then thanks for joining, and I'm sure we'll see you guys again in the future.
Whose idea was it to punch in the middle? I really want to know that, because that was really impressive taking Ascent.
The Ascent?
Yeah,
for the NC. For the NC.
Yeah.
The Ascent loss caught us by surprise. That escalation on the third time, like I think we defended it twice and then escalated third time and we just missed it. And it was painful to get back the middle afterwards. GG on that move.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to hear about.
At least from PR perspective. What about NC? Rush, Syntrix?
Well, to be honest, I mean, I think it's a rather big loss, and Ascent happened fairly easily because we didn't really want to go for it. We always wanted to go for the cutoff, but since we always had to move through it more or less, we just kept on going. And when we were pushed back on Raven or Liscorp, we just focused. It was our fallback point and got through. But yeah, the Ascent wasn't really the issue. It was more the issue towards Macalla after like half an hour into the match, which I think broke our neck. But just people and platoon leads were not communicating and were getting their platoon moving, so we had way too often an entire platoon sitting in a hex, not moving, and the platoon lead was not responding on what he was doing or what was the issue.
So, because this was like a community smash, was like organization of people from around the world, from all different areas, was the logistical organization of your team like a problem? Different languages, that type of stuff?
In the beginning, the language wasn't really the issue, at least from my side. But we had at the very end, I noticed that, for example, in the cutoff territory, there was FPSK fighting, and you have to ask 5 times till you hear okay, and then they're still 5 minutes later still there, and it just.
So you're asking, hey, can you please go here? But they're like, no, man, we're having a fun time farming.
They're saying yes, that's the issue.
Ah,
you're
gotcha.
getting a yes back, and then you still see 48 people sitting in that hex, and we are missing these 48 at a more important base. And
what about TR? How did you guys get on?
We actually went on, I think, rather successfully. Prep started like 2 weeks ago, like properly picked up, and all our platoon leaders picked up their slacks, not slack their shit. From the TR perspective, I really need to say that the team was amazing, and yeah, thank you to all the platoon leaders, all the outfit reps, everybody stepped up, and I think it showed in the end. But regarding Rush Syntrix, like honestly, it was a really tough and close nail-biting match up till the last half hour or 20 minutes. But then that's usual that you lose in those last 20 minutes, you lose that 10%. But up until that point, the fight was brutal. Like we were on edge on multiple occasions, and it wasn't easy to stem, to hold our lines, and especially Quoty and Bastion under attack all the time. And fighting for the middle, that split peak twice, we just barely managed to secure it.
What about the opening plays? Like, we were watching the opening play, and I was like, 3 major outposts that are neutral: Split Peak, Ascent, and Bastion, all up for contention, and TR takes them all, yet the NC takes the flanks, so it's like 50-50 on territory. Was that the game plan?
The first half an hour or something, we were actually leading, not by much, but we were leading. Yeah, we wanted to focus on the side. I think there was one base which was wrong, unless the initial map we got was wrong. That Soltec was VS instead of a TR territory. Because
Soltec had to be flipped for equal percentage points to VS.
Okay,
so it was neutral at start.
I was wondering in the beginning that it was a VS base, but yeah, we wanted to focus on Soltec and the Roxcom Narrow Cup, which besides Soltec after this was flipped was supposed to be the initial base. I don't know what happened on quite sure what happened on Substation, because we managed the defense on McCullough, but then they got wiped on Substation, and the platoon which were supposed to fall back, just despite having major pop on McCullough, just took way too long to get the point back, so TR had up to 3 minutes to just time to reinforce. It was speed was a major issue, something, well, you can only call out as a force commander, but at the end, if it doesn't happen, it's just
Our opening was actually completely opposed to that. We actually went for the neutral. We wanted to make sure that we get Split Peak and Bastion at all cost. Because honestly, Amerish, it's a bottleneck map. This is not awesome. You will not, you don't really have the nice flanks on this map. At least that's how we interpreted it.
How much pop did you have at Bastion? Because we dropped, I believe, 2.5 platoons on it, try to go for
we
steal,
started with roughly 3 platoons Bastion side, 5 platoons Split Peak side, and after Split Peak went through, I think 2 or 3 platoons reinforced the 3 platoons at Bastion already. Like the whole opening was geared toward getting Split Peak 100% and Bastion afterwards.
What about the rule set? Were you guys happy? Because for me, this was the first time I've seen a fight without ESFs, so it was a very heavy Valkyrie Galaxy play.
Dude, like, I don't know, like, can we ask our questions that we...
Alright, fine, I'm off, goodbye.
Like,
you have fun.
Button in it.
I don't know who the hell that guy was. Right, anyway, we're done with that. Well, it was only an interview. Anyway, so that was the end of the stream. So, I was asked to take part, come in and play, and here we go. That was fantastic, and that is the end of the game. It's NC39 TR58. It was very enjoyable for me to watch. I really enjoyed it. The Valkyrie Galaxy thing was hilarious, to say the least. I think it was enjoyable for everyone involved. So that was a good community smash, number 4. First thing I've done for Yonk, so that was very cool. Upcoming next, I think I've been asked to take part in the April 7th, which will be a smash between Miller and China, or something like that. So... that'll be enjoyable. So join me on April the 7th. I think there'll be more details. It's kind of a more of the midday thing, and that'll be enjoyable. And you can see me doing that. Otherwise, my channel, I typically play World of Warships and other type of stuff, so if you want to go kind of watch that, it's fine. But if you're a Planetside person, I will be back on April the 7th, and you can watch that there. Otherwise, I'm going to end my stream. You want to go watch the rest of the interview, you can go watch the Quote Marks official stream from Nico or Kane or whoever they were, and you can enjoy that. Otherwise, I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a lovely evening. I hope you enjoyed my cast, the first one I've done for Planetside and Yonks. I want to thank... you know, a little bit of help from Sergeant Mile and Reltor, who are kind of co-casting with me today. That was very enjoyable. And until next time, we'll see you then. Goodbye, everyone. Bye! Yeah! That was fun. All right, okay. Cheers.